In the deepest heart of the Suffolk countryside, there is an operation which you would not believe the scale of. I'm sure if you've ever been stuck behind a tractor, you've seen one of these trailers. They're strong, they're sturdy, and they're made here in Framlingham by Richard Western.
All the steel you can see here comes from tartar. Everything is prime material and to full gauge, meaning that if we buy a 6mm plate, we buy a 6mm plate.
It's actually 6mm.
It's actually
right.
6mm, and we buy, so the material in tartar is made on a large coil.
Right.
And then we order it, they make it to the width, to the thickness and to the quality, and then we have it cut to the length we want to get the best yield out on our laser profile.
Right. And
once the steel's delivered, we then profile it. So this one has been profiled. And everything's cut so it can then go into the scrap bin.
right, okay.
So the bits that we don't go into very small segments, this is 8mm by the looks of that. So that's
they've had these extra cuts in
Yeah.
so that they can then just be chucked into a bin.
yeah,
scrap bin.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we get paid a premium for having cut it up into very small bits.
I see. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we might as well do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and all these parts so this is ready to go on the next process from the pressing process. So this has been cut up. This is on our older machine, CO2 laser.
Yeah.
Where the laser beam comes down these bellows and then is mirrored with mirrors. Mm-hmm. And then we've got a newer machine here, which is the fibre optic machine, which produces the laser form in the top there and then comes down through a fibre optic cable.
So I guess machine investment makes up a big part of kind of like how you have to think about things moving forwards.
Yeah, so you're always planning on where your next investments are going.
Yeah.
You've got investments going on, and you're looking at where the direction of what the customer take up is, where the direction of travel is for the client. I.e., is the fertilizer price still going to keep going up and up? Are they going to want to spread other materials? And does that mean that we then go in that direction?
Right.
So that's always in mind, or is it going to be safety with sheeting systems and clamping bales onto trailers? So that's always to bear in mind from a management of the business, where what's the 5-10 year direction going?
So what kind of power is this laser?
This is 6 kilowatts.
6 kilowatts,
So
right.
you can get much bigger machines,
Right.
but for our return, 6 kilowatt and for the investment is absolutely fine and what we need to get off it. So this is cutting 10mm plate at the moment, easily meets our demand for cut.
Yeah, and it goes through that 10mm like butter.
Well,
it really does get through it.
And it's a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
So you end up with there's a piece of 10mm cut.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's ready for the fabricating team to take that on and weld that on. Yeah. It's a 400 ton downforce, and it's 7.2 meters. For people who know, between the two columns, which are the bits inside, it's 6.2 between columns, i.e. we could put a 14 ton side all the way through this trailer, through this press brake, for a trailer in one part.
Yeah.
For instance, this machine weighs over 60 tons. It sat there in a hole. The hole that it went into, you could park a digger inside. A JCB backhoe digger would sit. The cab would be level with it.
It's a bit like a tree in that it goes down as much as it comes up.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So yeah, it's a big lump of steel. It's recently had a new computer on it driving the bits of steel. The steel hasn't worn out for the computer. The technology is the bit that's always you're moving on from the technology. Yeah. So we're starting on trailer chassis fabrication, and the first part of it is to make a set of beams. Yeah. And the beams are made out of, on the 15 to 18 ton models, which are most popular range, a piece of roll form material from SSAB. Yeah. So it's roll formed in Finland. It's 355 MC, very high grade material. It's what you'd find in a crane boom or on a telehandler boom. So this is a beam that's been down the submerged arc welder, which is 4mm wire, 500 amps, and it's formed this beautiful bead weld. And then we'll look at the sections. And this is that's a 14 tonner, so that's 6mm. Yeah. 15, 17, 8mm, 16, 18, 8mm. So, and then these are These are stone and rubble trailer, which are deeper
Yeah.
and thicker. So these are 10 mil and out of and 300 mil deep as opposed to 250 mil deep.
Right.
So here we have a robotic welder. Try not to get blinded by it, and it's busy there welding away. So that chassis has been tacked together over there, lifted into here, and now the robot is welding that together. And what we get there is a very consistent weld on there. We don't get any failure rates.
Yeah.
And it's just happy going along on its own pace. You know, in the back here, fine. And then once it comes out of here, it will then be fitted out with the axle and drawbar onto it. So we've got a number of tailboards that have been pre-welded on our robotics over here. And then they're put on the back of this fixture here, which represents a trailer. So the back of a trailer, and we build up with the wing assembly on here. So this will fit any trailer. In here, we've got a robotic welder doing a floor.
Right.
So we've lift the floor into place. There's 2 floor sheets. It's got the cradle for the ram, which was made on another robot, which is put into here. And then the machine is press play, and away it goes. It's welding up the floor, ready to be for the next process. And then in the Baber side, we've got the 2 sides laid out. So you've got a left and right hand side on this fixture. So once it's finished welding that, it'll swing round and start welding the 2 sides. This is a 18-ton side, so it's one piece of material, no joints on it or anything like that. So
Just a single piece.
Just a single piece of material. These are 20-ton floors. Again, one piece of material all the way down here.
And have these all been done on that big press brake that we
these
saw
ones
earlier?
we subcontract out because our press is not long enough.
Yeah.
These ones we do in-house. These are more roll form material, again from SSAB. Again, the 355NC Dolmax material.
These ones that come in from SSAB, do they come in this profile
Yeah,
already?
in this profile. So it's all rolled, so it's roll formed as opposed to press brake,
Right.
because we want to put that on the robot, and it has to be perfect. So roll forming gives you a perfect.
Is that more precise than press
much
braking?
more precise?
Right.
Yeah. So then we come into finishing shop. So once the product is fabricated, then it comes into here. So
Yeah, we're starting to see some more trailer-looking trailers now.
yes, we are. So here we've got, this is again another product for an Australian client, tri-axle. It's wider than a normal trailer. So you look at the front, it's much wider than a normal trailer.
Right.
But in here, everything will be chipped, so we'll make sure there's no spatter on the trailer. Anything, so like here where you've got something that looks like it's had a bit of grease on it for some reason, or that will all be cleaned. And then once that is cleaned, it then goes into the shop blast room. We go around here, we're quickly seeing that.
This is about to be shot blasted.
This is about to be shop blasted, yeah. It's just doing a pre-clean, so
Right.
a bit dark in here, a bit gloomy, but yeah, he will then start shop blasting this product to get it 100% clean. So you can see this has got a little bit of watermarks on it. It's been outside for maybe over the weekend. So this will come out and it'll be spotlessly shiny silver.
And it's not just to clean it, I guess it's also to help prepare it for painting.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the dent we get, the finish that we get onto this material. But yeah, shop blasted, collected on the floor and just goes round and round and round.
So that's recycled?
That's recycled, and it gets smaller and smaller until it's dust and it gets blown into the dust separator. So here we've got a trailer which has been shop blasted, and it will now be, we've got to clean it again before we paint it. So what we've got on here is between a 40 and 80 micron dent, so really aggressive.
So if you were to look at it under a microscope, you see all these little craters.
Yeah, and lots of sharp edges,
Right.
and that's what paint sticks on. Paint won't stick on a flat surface, or as steel comes out of the mill. It needs to have an angry surface, and then in the next door we'll paint it with a high rich zinc primer, and that primer is corrosive. So as the zinc hits that metal, it's actually going to corrode itself into it. So it's going to bite onto it.
Chemical bond.
It's a chemical bond. and then we've got a certain window to then get the 2-pack zinc top coat stuck onto that. So we've got to get the solvents out, but we don't want to lose the adhesion factor between the two.
So at that point, you've got very important balancing act,
very important
balance,
and that's where the skill really comes
right,
into
and that
action.
affects the final finish of the paint, which needs to be.
Well, it also affects the long lasting. Once this primer is on, that's fine. That's
right. Okay.
That's solid.
Yeah.
And you'll that's the easy bit, if you like, because it's a chemical reaction.
Okay.
The skill is joining the top coat to the primer.
Right, I see.
But sometimes you'll see a bit of primer peel off, but you'll never see you'll see a bit of top coat peel off, but you'll never see any failures with the primer.
Right.
So we can see the 3 types of paint. So we've got primer in one, grey in another, and a yellow in another. And these are like tyre warmers, so it's nice and warm.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is keep the paint at the same temperature, be it in July or January, to have a very consistent supply of goods to the paint. We have the paint pump, so we've got a 2-pack pump. So we've got paint coming in. This is a primer pump, and then we've got the hardener in there, and that's the 2-pack, and they come together. So no air can get to the 2-pack to the hardener. The hardener, thank you, to mix it up.
Right.
And then over here we've got a yellow pump and a grey pump, and then a hardener pump for the other paint.
Okay, and this feeds the guns out.
These feeds the guns. They're just prime this. They're now going to get to top coat this one. So we'll just have a look in here. So yeah, this has been primed this morning, and this is ready to go for a top coat now. We've got a pit so you can get underneath it, a small ram so you can lift it up and paint underneath it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite an impressive finish already.
This is critical. Getting this absolutely full cover. We've got the tipping cylinder in here. And we've got the tailboard, so this is the kit ready to build this trailer up.
How long does it take to paint?
It takes about an hour for one man, maybe a bit longer, and a bit longer on the top coat, because the top coat you want to take a bit more care. This you can fairly get this on. We're looking for a finish of somewhere about 60 microns on this, or minimum 60 microns on the primer. And then again, we've got another 60 microns of top coat. And it's amazing, and you can check this, and you go around it, and they're pretty much on it. You think you're literally putting it on by hand. But again, it's down to the skill and experience of the guys that you're doing.
So this is a bit more what they look like after the top coat.
Yeah, after the top coat, this is like a shell, if you like. It's all painted and ready for the next assembly. And what we'll have is a kit of the hydraulics, a kit for the lights, air kit, and then all the parts that we've also fabricated to go on it, like the rotors, the floor, all of that kit will come down through fabrication and be put into
And all of that finishing, does that happen in this area?
Yeah, so these are the finishing cells. So this one is almost complete now. So we've got a spinning disc spreader like we saw earlier in final assembly. Quite a high spec one. This again for an Australian client.
Right.
So we got the slurry gate, or the sluice gate, what it's referred to as the slurry gate by spreader manufacturers. 2 horizontal rotors, which will then fling the material against the hood.
Inside of the hood,
which is it's quicksilver lined with a plastic silver liner, so nothing sticks to it. Falls straight off onto here, like Teflon bit. And then two spinning discs, 1100 diameter spinning discs to disperse the material out far and wide. And another Australian tri-axle trailer, 3 axles, rear one steering, got the ram in there. Yeah, almost, and load cell ready, this one, or this one will actually have load cells.
Right.
So yeah, almost ready to go.
This 45 cubic triaxle that you can just about see poking out the top of the container is destined for Australia. So in sort of 8 to 12 weeks, it will be there working on an Australian farm. Just behind me is a 50 cubic metre nurse tank. which also still works as the traditional tipper type. This one you want to keep an eye out for. It's going to be at LAMMA. Okay. So Angus, thank you so much for taking us around. It's been fascinating seeing just the incredible sort of setup you've got here, tucked away in the Suffolk countryside.
Don't tell anyone.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, pleasure.
Thank you.